Good. Roll around the other direction. Excellent. Let's roll up together. Welcome to my local Zoom friends, my precious beloveds. So good to see you as always. Happy April. How did that happen? The year is already, we're into the second quarter already. And also now, welcome. I just flipped the switch to go live on YouTube. I actually live stream on YouTube and Zoom independently now, so my Zoom friends aren't troubled with various messages on the screen. So I think it's working better all the way around. We're always learning something, aren't we? I've been learning so much, stretching my brain so much. I positively adore Wednesday practice where we still move. We do joint juice. It's just we take some time. We practice yin yoga. But if you're brand new and the algorithm has just dropped you off, welcome aboard. This is yoga for everybody and every species. A large black cat could come in at any moment and attack me. So if that happens, notify the authorities. Anyway, if you would, try this yoga skill. I'm sitting, I tilt my face down slightly, and I just aim my gaze softly at a little dot on the floor, little anomaly on my carpet. Now here's the deal. Just hold your gaze steadily on that one little point. Blinking is great, no problem. Breathing is recommended. Just a soft 1 minute steady gaze at one little point. It's something we humans very rarely do, is just gaze at one thing. It represents the ability to concentrate, to focus in a deep yet relaxed fashion. It stimulates our parasympathetic nervous system. If you're brand new and just trying out Wednesday restorative yoga, we need to do this sort of restoration work. Otherwise, we burn out way too quickly. And simply breathing smoothly, rhythmically, deeply, but effortlessly. We humans can repair our ability to slow down, concentrate, pacify. But it is a practice, and if you don't practice it, you don't get any better at it. Good, we'll chant Om together. Nice big inhale. This is not Sunday school, prayer mitts. This is Wednesday school. God, love, source, infinite higher organizing goodness, underlying all things. Bless everyone practicing together tonight or anytime they see this with the peace, poise, and presence that we need to thrive. Good. Shoulders. One. If you're brand new, just follow along. Today I had a drum lesson and a guitar lesson with my master teachers, and a lot of it is watch, pay attention, mimic, and just get into their groove, and slowly but surely, 7, 8, other way. I had to do a lot of sifting and sorting till I found the guitar and the drum teacher that I liked, and you just know when you find a good teacher. The proper discipline of kindness, compassion, discipline, all the things we need. 7, 8. Good, so the shoulders are beginning to break open. Now, this is why I recommend having a set of yoga blocks. Amazon has them. Get the big ones made of foam. Now, I'm kind of exaggerating, but maybe you're brand new and you're crispy in Cleveland. You can scarcely lean forward. Maybe you can't even lean over this far. So you just keep your hands out in front. But this is not who's the most flexible contest. That's Monday. Just lean forward, stabilize, close your eyes, occupy the space that you can, breathe into the sticky places, and before you know it, more space will open up in your body. And as more space opens up in your body, more space opens up in your mind, your thinking, your understanding. If I balance my head and my rear, I can really let go of my shoulders. Every pose is an acquired taste. Find your position. As I relax in, my buns kind of spread back. My spine gets a little longer. I can move this slightly more forward. This is the advantage of taking some time in a pose, is that you can continuously adapt it, adjust it to your increasing satisfaction. Now, my favorite instruction, stop thinking. Now my elbows come down, they support my back, my head's supported, my buns are anchored in. What would happen if we said the pose starts now? The purpose of Wednesday class is not to get to the end of it. It's to enjoy every single incremental moment of it, just like life. The purpose of life is not to get to the graveyard. Although when you drive on the freeway, it sure seems like it. Good. Come on up. Don't you like just taking a little time sometimes? Good, now I'm going to switch the cross of my legs. They go this way. After warming up my body in that, I feel as though this, for me, is going to be the correct size. SIGHS. If you're brand new to yoga and you're expecting cartwheels and backflips, that's Monday, that's Saturday. This is Wednesday. Yin yoga means slow, patient, more feminine, more cool, lower to the floor, quieter. Not better or worse than the other kind, just the necessary flip side of the coin. Good. On your next inhale, come on up. Feeling better already. I like where this is going. Now I'm going back to this cross of my legs. We continue. I can move these blocks out of the way. Now I admit, if you've never studied yoga, my friends in the Bay Area have studied with me for over 20 years now. And I studied with a teacher for 10 solid years. He had some of the weirdest movements I've ever seen. We would lace our hands and he would say, brush your thumbs smoothly down your sternocleidomastoids. And I would think to myself, this is absurd, until I kind of got into it. And I realized these are carefully constructed movements to pacify the agitation of my mind, the turbulence of my body, the disturbance of my emotions. 6, 7, because I need that. 8. Now, even weirder, my thumbs go underneath the corner of my jaw. When I push in, it clicks my head down like a Pez dispenser. And then I dig my thumbs underneath my jawbone within reason. No bleeding. If you're brand new, you're tight as a boiled ostrich. Stick with it. Don't think you can try yoga like 3 times and judge it. Give it about 40 years. Then you can get started. Good. All right. Very nice. Now this takes patience. Right fingers, back left corner. Tilt. Drop. Tilt, drop. Close your eyes and stop thinking. Everything is always working out for us. Give time. God assigned me yoga very early in life because God knew how busy my mind is, how restless I can be sometimes. Or I think way too much about the future and forget like right now. Like when I forget to plug my computer in. Good. Now we'll click our head back up. This goes here. This tilts. This drops. Close our eyes. And in the 30 seconds that we do this pose and really enjoy it, I'm going to sneak over to my power cable and pretend you don't see any of this. None of your business. Secret insider stuff. I have a cable for every occasion. After 5 years of being on Zoom and YouTube. Good. Now I'm going to bring my head back up. You saw none of the extraneous movement, right? Because we're just this is just us locals, us billion people in the Northern Hemisphere. Drop your chin, take your head around. 1, 2. Aren't these movements simple? Are they too simple? No, they're not even simple enough. 5. Remember, all the complexity of life, intricacy, emerges from one great truth. 8. Other way. 1. Humans are complicated. God is simple. That's why a lot of complicated people can't understand or connect with God, because it's too simple. Be like a child. 7. 8. Good. Relax your head down, eyes closed, 20 seconds. Contemplate your navel. Good. Now, whether you know it or not, if you're crispy in Cleveland or you are atrophied in Atlanta, your shoulders are locked. And frozen shoulder syndrome, ever heard of that? So in yoga, we break open those glaciers, beat the heels of your hands together. This is acupressure. Lightly, just light. When you plug in a toaster to a wall socket, you don't have to push it in really hard. Good. Now, take these hands, put them down here. Watch how I'm pushing and smushing. Left, right. And I'm dorsiflexing my wrist. Simultaneous. It's rhythmic. I'm pumping the fluid center at the front of my hips, blood, lymph, goo. Now I'm going to take my shoulders over the top and press down. This pose is over the top. Now you don't want your hands to come up as your shoulders come up. As your shoulders go over, you push down. That's extension. After a while, you can straighten your arms, lean forward, drop your chin, stretch your wrists, withdraw your attention, do ujjayi breathing, become fully enlightened, do integral calculus and differential equations all at once, because yoga will release your natural genius. Give it a minute. Good. This shape of your wrist, see that shape? Vultures, put them in here. Careful, you might have very crabby wrists, lobster claws, I call them. I can feel that. I mean, I'm not completely devoid of the isms and itises of life. I just think by doing yoga, it minimizes it or eliminates it as much as our karma will allow. I play the guitar, piano, and drums every day, 2, 3, 4 hours. Hands, feel it. You wake up in the morning, hey, you're not 12 years old anymore. But these bodies are meant to be beautiful vehicles for as long as we're in them. They're not made to run out. Over the top, 1. Too many people's bodies run out before their mind does, or vice versa. Yoga keeps both of them sharp, concurrent, simultaneous, and frisky. 7 and 8. Now, I'm leaning forward, straightening my arms to a degree, dropping my chin. Ujjayi breathing is making a little whispery sound at the back of your throat. All of this is the yoga principle of pratyahara, which means withdrawing the senses inward, pulling the plugs on the insane outside world, or fun outside world, depending on your disposition. Good, now our arms go fling, up they go, out. There's an owner's manual of your body in your glove compartment, and it's got these movements. Do people do them? Maybe 5% of the people on the planet are doing some sort of rhythmic, daily, disciplined movement. Maybe. Most people stuck in their couch, looking at their iPad, mindlessly scrolling. Now, do I ever do that? It's none of your business. I do it less than I used to. We're not shooting for perfection here, not for a couple weeks. Poof. Good. Now, continuously building breath, presence, life force. We chant Om again. We do try to extend it as long as we can. So here we go, opera singers. Send off a prayer if you're a praying person. Send a blessing if you're a blessing person. Simply terminate the movement of your mind if you are a scientist. Good, now yoga fists for strong wrists. Plant them. Lift up. This is a great movement for those of us over 50 years old who need to get started and get back into our body. If your hips hardly lift up, there is more than enough hope for you. Good, come on down. Here's another pose most Western adults hate. Feet together, knees out to the side. Here's most people. ouch, I hate this. I want to watch TV. Relax your knees. Too much modern yoga is painted as rainbows, puppies, lollipops, and unicorns. It is the hardest thing in the world. And we should always be up against our capacity. But on Wednesday, we are playing the middle ground. Now I'm going to massage the middle center bottom of my feet. Now, many of us that do yoga, we are 110% A+ personality people. So we need to dial it down a couple days a week. The middle center bottom of our foot is our heart-lung center. Just massaging out resentments, bitterness, anger, betrayal. Guy that cut you off on the freeway, you want to follow him home. Don't do that. Trust me. Good. Now, wag your knees a little bit. Nothing's worse than being a yoga teacher arrested for traffic altercations. Now I've gotten to the point where I can push my knees all the way down and straighten my arms. If you're not there yet, there's plenty that I can't do. Watch me in one of my guitar lessons. My teacher's so damn good. I am just agape pretty much the whole time. But if I keep my yoga up, I'll be in his league one of these lifetimes. Good. Now squeeze your knees in together. If you're crispy in Cleveland, this is it. That's as tight as you're going to get. Heels all the way in, knees all the way together. Wrap around a couple of times. Wrap lower if you can. Wrap lower if you can. And reach down, cross your wrists, and grab your feet. I just described 17 variations. Drop your chin, close your eyes, float your head, and squeeze the stuffing out of yourself. It's good for us to be in timeout, to do slow, patient animal movements, to find our breath, to forget about the future, it'll take care of itself, to let go of the past, it's dead, it's gone. Good. Now, something a little fun will break out. Just going to float my feet up, put my left ankle in front of my right ankle. I'm levitating except for my tailbone. Going to grab my feet, kind of squeeze in a little bit, kind of a little elasticity. Maybe bring your feet behind your back, touch your toes behind your back. I'm just kidding. This is good stuff. Relax. Hey, I'm going to move my shoulders around while I'm grabbing my feet. I think I just made this up. You can make up yoga. Good. Switch. If you haven't done yoga for about 30 years, a lot of it is makeup. Pulling my feet in, shrug your shoulders. I'm on a mission from God for my local friends in the Bay Area. They're quite healthy and adept, but a lot of people around the world are messed up, crunchy, congested, sad, depressed. Let's get back to the natural joy of living, shall we? Good. Then we'll pray with our hands and feet. Yay, I love Upward Spiral Yoga. Ludi! Please like and subscribe. We've had a huge influx of people around the world, and it's my intention to bring the love and the joy of yoga to as many humans as possible. I'm praying for that right now. I believe in the power of group prayer. Good. Stretch your legs out. Fan your feet open wide like swim fins. Boop. Lift up again. Every time you do something, maybe you get a little better. Today I was working on blues riffs with my teacher, and I went from hideous to not so hideous. Good. And come on down. Good job. Now, That was some seated yoga. If you're on your butt too long, your ass gets numb. So I'm going to roll up. I'm going to show this pose from this side. See how my neck is supported? Now, see my legs? One. These are called windshield wipers. We've needed a lot of this in the Bay Area of California. Just make sure that your neck is supported, okay? Unless you're perfectly flexible. 99% of humans, when they're doing windshield wipers, side to side, with the neck supported. Now, maybe your knees come down on both sides. You got to be very flexible to do that and keep your upper body stable. With the shape of your hips and the insertion of your thigh bone, it may make it available. Choose your parents well. Now, next time my knees go over here to the left, I'm going to leave my knees down. My arms are spread out to the side, my upper body's stable. And if you're bendy enough and it doesn't bother your knee, take your left foot out and just cross it over your right thigh. If it causes any consternation in your knee, you don't have to do it. But some people, they really like it because it deepens the stretch of the IT band of their right leg. Maybe the knee comes down. And the twist shortens our spine, so that's why we like the blanket underneath our neck. Good, we're just going to yin this for half a minute. I really feel this one. I am tight on the outside of my leg. I don't do yoga because I'm a contortionist. I do yoga because I'm kind of a big, lumbering, 200-pound male, 6'2", and if I don't move this mass around, it's just going to turn into a statue. I'm also here to encourage dudes to do yoga. 95% of my yoga students are women, and that's fabulous. Women are smarter than men, but I'd like to encourage the dudes out there to join upward spiral yoga. Good, now I'm going to uncross my left foot. I'm going to bring my knees back up. Feet are spread wide. Feet are in. I'm just going to let my knees fall this direction. If you're atrophied in Atlanta, not so bendy in Baltimore, this is fine. Maybe you can take your right foot out, cross it right over the meat of my left thigh, and just let that side sink. Let the yin begin. Yin is an acronym, Y-I-N, this pose so long. Now we have to be patient. There's no TV screen on my ceiling. I can't reach my iPhone. I don't know where my cat is. Not trying to read music. Not balancing my checkbook. I'm balancing my body. Good, really big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good, now I'm going to uncross my right foot. I'm going to bring my feet in together. I've got these handy dandy yoga blocks. I don't need them for this, but I'd like to show it. And I just put a couple of blocks underneath my knees as they spread out to the side and my feet are together. If you're more flexible or you don't need that, just, I called this gutted sturgeon, feet together, knees out to the side. If you're really tight, shove a couple of your pets underneath your thighs. Let them take the brunt for your tight A double asterisks. And take your arms back over your head like my cat. He lays on his back with his arms up over his head. Not many cats do that, but mine does. Good. Now, just stop doing anything. Do nothing. Execute 0. The rest of the class may not feel this good. Okay, now we can sit up together and reconvene. Where did everybody? There you are. You're back over here. Okay, now I must admit we're going to do a controversial pose. And that is, many of you might find kneeling to be the easiest thing in the world. Little kids love to kneel. They can kneel on concrete while they're playing on their iPad. I have a little meniscus thing, and it's saying, this knee is not allowed to bend all the way. I don't want my meniscus to catch until I have surgery, and I don't have time for that. So now I still get to kneel, yay, except my butt is this much higher because I'm sitting on 2 blocks. So my tight friends, if you can't kneel, sit up on a couple of blocks, a big pillow or something like that, something stabilize so that we can be in this essential kneeling pose. I don't want to not kneel for the rest of my life. It's a seed pose in yoga. It's also, I could meditate here. Let's try it, 30 seconds. Find a gaze point. If you can't kneel for 30 seconds, gazing at one little point, you have found upward spiral yoga just in the nick of time. Remember Bonnie Raitt? She found love just in the nick of time, as we all do. Yoga restores hope to the hopeless, movement to the stuck, releases us from the cage of the body. Okay, now this is where it gets controversial, and I understand many of you may not be able to do this next movement. Many of you will find it the easiest thing you've ever done in your life. I'm just going to lean back and set my fingers on the floor. Am I going to lean all the way back and put my head down? No, my wall is in the way. But I'm just supporting myself on my hands. What's being stretched now? All this tight quadriceps, hip flexors, abdominal wall, chest, the front of the body, which most humans never stretch. If you can't lean back very far, you can lean back a little bit. Here, I'll show you what I could do. I could push this back further. I'm kneeling, and I can lean back on my Murphy. Oh, man. Thumbs up, says Fonzie. Good. Now, you're just going to have to suffer for a little while, or if you love it, lean all the way back on your head like a contortionist. I'm going to leave that up to you. I'm inside of my body. You're inside of your body. It's the first time I've ever done this in this yoga studio. I've had several. Now you might look at me and say, hey, Buster, you've been doing yoga for 49 years. Can't you do something more than this? To which I would say, this is what I do right now, and it's sufficient. My job is not to be more flexible than you. My job is to effectively explain intelligent movements for the most number of people. And of course, to be able to demonstrate them with some degree of competency. But if every yoga teacher was a true contortionist, there'd be no yoga teachers. I am right on the edge of my capacity here. This is the best idea I've had in a while. Digging this. This is a good time to like and subscribe if your computer's within striking distance. If not, after class is fine. By the way, we're meditating every morning at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just go to the YouTube Upward Spiral Yoga and meditate with us. Now, I'm going to sit up. Leaning up out of that's a good pose, isn't it? Doink. See that? My left foot came out. This is crucially important. Right knee kneeling, left foot, left leg squatting. Brilliant pose. Pull your left heel as far as you can underneath. Lay your forearms on top of your left thigh and cram your weight down into the back of your left calf and Achilles tendon. If you don't think you need this, you're wrong. Just lean into it and stretch that tight tissue. You don't want to blow out your Achilles tendon because then you're out of commish for 18 months. Now, the thing about yin yoga is this is kind of when it starts. This is when it's like, oh geez, you say. Minnesota yoga, oh geez. Now, my really bendy friends, my Romanian gymnasts, my Tasmanian acrobats, if you're doing this without nothing underneath your buns, you're my hero. Good, 3 more breaths. You can do it. The blood's starting to go there. It's starting to circulate. The leather is turning back into calf skin. Where's my cat? Good, now come up out of this. This is also a really good position to turn to the left. See that? And maybe, my crispy friends, touch your right elbow to your left knee. Bendier friends, take your elbow outside your knee. Suck your guts in. Insanely flexible friends, bring your right shoulder outside your left knee. And then again, lean down into your leg. And if you don't like it, too bad. I only want to do the yoga that feels good all the time. Okay. Left arm behind my back helps to cram my body down. Now this is the fountain of youth. Twist, forward fold, ankle stretch, hip opener, shoulder release, concentration, meditation. This is why my yoga students are much smarter than average bears. Good, now exhale. Good. Now come out of this can of worms slowly. Oh, baby, I feel like $100 after that. Watch this. I brought out the right one. That's hard to do if you're sitting on your butt, but my teacher could easily do it. I think he can still do it. He's well into his 60s now. Good. Now, from here, I'm going to take this one, the left one, and it's going to fold under. Clever, right? Now the right heel pulls all the way under. Now my local students in the Bay Area, my Zoom students, they love this pose. They are so happy right now. Now, except one of them. Now I'm leaning over my right thigh By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, I've been live streaming this on Zoom for 5 years. I have a close group of Bay Area friends to go along with the millions of YouTubers now. Just lean down over your right thigh until the back of your right calf, the bottom back of your calf on the right side starts to squeak. Ideally, your heel would be down on the right side. If it's lifted a little bit, if you have a very tight ankle, I'll buy that from you. You realize we've been doing yoga for 50 minutes already, and it just feels like 49 minutes. Now, this might seem kind of boring. It's not the sexiest yoga pose. We're not wearing Lululemons with our feet behind our head. That's Monday. But this is the durable, reliable kind of yoga that keeps you active and frisky in your body well into your 90s and 100s. I have some youngins in my class still toddling around in their 80s. Now, personally, I believe the second 40, 50 years of life should be the best. Get all the crap out of the way in the first 40 or 50 years. You don't want to peak too soon. My mom taught me that. She lived to be 92, and she had a brutal first half of her life and had so much fun at the end. It's crazy. She did like eating a lot. God bless you, Mom. I know you're watching. Moms are always watching us. My dad, on the other hand, okay, come on up. Now, the reason I like this is I can go like this, and I can turn. My crispy friends in Cleveland, oh, my left elbow won't up. Oh, barely. Then lift, shift, and turn. Elbow outside your knee. Then lift, shift, and turn shoulder, your back up against the outside of your right. Just kidding. Used to be able to do that. Don't want to do it. Good. Now I'm leaning down. Ugh. Now this will pop your rivets. This will remind you what you had for lunch. Now my right arm is going to snake all the way behind my back, going to drop my chin, and I'm going into a chrysalis. I'm a caterpillar going into a cocoon to dissolve my body and become a butterfly. Really, are you going to do that on camera? If you like and subscribe, I will. Rumor has it that a lot of people are watching without liking and subscribing, and so, it's your karma. Oh, I love this. This gets everything. Good. Now exhale all the air out. Come out of a sticky situation. Yoga teaches us to get into and then out of sticky situations. Who wants to live a life without sticky situations? Your first marriage. Okay, drag this out. If you're still in your first marriage and you have a dependable, wonderful marriage, good for you. Some of us have to go through, some of us never get married like me. Now, both of my feet are out. See that? Now I'm just gonna, this is called remedial squatting. Both of my ankles are out. Now, my teacher could easily squat on the floor, feet together, heels down, and sit like this for hours. Not a problem. Crispies in Cleveland, not so much. Drop your chin. We're in the Om stretch now. On your next inhale, bring thy chest back up, and whatever you was doing, Now, my booty is floating. I have a floaty booty. It's this high. My legs are stretched out in front. Should I lean over my legs and stretch the back of my legs now? No, I don't want to. It hurts. I don't like this pose. I never have. My friend Helga loves it. Toes in, shoulders relaxed. Don't bounce. Be honest about where you're at with this pose. Forward folds are the hardest ones to have patience, diligence, and patience and diligence. Most people, their knees are bent, they're bouncing, their shoulders are hunching, flames are coming out of their you-know-what, their nose is foaming. Good, now come on up. Now for the sheer hilarity of it, watch what we do to finish off our class. My right leg folds back under, my left ankle folds back under. Full circle, kids. It's a Dr. Seuss tale. Now, oh God, this feels, just use your hands, lean back. You can just be on your hands, leaning back a little. If you don't have a Murphy bed behind you, you could. Stop thinking. This has probably been the best class I've ever taught. Except for the next one. Everyone gets better. The Zen butcher's knife always gets sharper the more he uses it. Good, now inhale up. We're going to chant an Om, and then we're going to a delicious 7-minute Shavasana, except for Helga. Nice big inhale. Okay, friends around the world, we're going to lie on our back. I'm going to put the bolster underneath my knees, the blanket underneath my neck. I'm going into full splat, S-P-L-A-T-T pose. Everybody in the world is doing that, except for beloved Helga, because she has permission. Guten Nacht. Helga, love you a lot. See you next time. Everybody else in the world, you're on your back, including me. Meaning we actually get to relax, you guys. Easy does it. The ancient yogis said 5 minutes at the end of class for illumination, inculcation, assimilation, integration, and catalyzation. Let me check my phone, see where my cat is, make sure. There he is. Excellent. Okay, you guys, enjoy your Shavasana, and I'm going to do it with you tonight. Yay. Going to give myself a treat. Yoga for every dead body. Corpse pose. Good, jiggle your legs, relax your butt. Spread your shoulder blades. Relax your jaw. Pose starts now. Sometimes you get that feeling like you could do this for like 3 more hours and heal decades of turbulence and trauma and tension in the body. And if you ever get that inspiration, go ahead. If you're watching this recorded, just spend the rest of the day here. a namastecation. Good. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circulate super ecstatic feel good through your body. Good. Now you can curl over to one side on your way up. Take your time. We're not going to start rushing now. Good, then we'll keep our eyes closed as we sit up. It's a yoga skill. It's a yoga thing. Draw the hands into the heart, and the head, hands, and heart all merge together in the synthesis of all of our great faculties, thought, feeling, and action. And all together around the world we say, Namaste, Namastecation. As always, I bid adieu to my YouTube friends, and if you're watching this recorded after the fact, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. If you ring that little bell, you press it, you'll be notified every time we go live. So let me zip over there real quick. End the stream, it says.